What's up, Mustangs? Welcome back to another weekly Mustang Mashup, where we will cover upcoming games and events. I'm Sawant, the business manager of MHSNews.
And I'm Annanya, Sethi, staff reporter of MHSNews.
This afternoon, varsity baseball has a 4:30 game today, at home against Rockwood Summit.
Tomorrow, boys golf will compete against Clayton at 3:30 at Crescent Farms. At 4:30, varsity boys tennis faces off against Lindbergh away.
Also tomorrow, varsity boys volleyball travels to play Parkway South at 5:30. At 6 p.m., varsity girls soccer play Lindenberg, also away. And varsity girls lacrosse will play at home tomorrow against the Wentzville Club at 4:30.
Friday, varsity baseball will travel to play Northwest. The opening pitch will be at 4:30. Varsity girls water polo will travel to Chicago to compete in the Fenwick tournament on Friday and Saturday.
Varsity boys volleyball will participate in the Northwest tournament Friday, while varsity boys tennis competes at home in the Rockwood tourney, which continues into Saturday.
This Saturday, varsity baseball will travel to Lebanon to compete at noon. Boys and girls track will participate in the Northwest Invitational starting at 9 a.m. Saturday.
Skipping to Monday, varsity boys volleyball plays Parkway West at 6 p.m. away.
Next Tuesday starts off with varsity baseball competing against Lindbergh away.
At home Tuesday, varsity boys volleyball plays Francis Howell at 5:30, and varsity girls soccer competes also against Francis Howell Central at 6 p.m.
In other news, seniors, check your emails and vote for superlatives. Voting ends Friday, April 11th, so don't miss out.
Tuesday is the night of percussion, which starts at 7 p.m. in the theater.
Tomorrow is the opening night for the spring musical of The Drowsy Chaperone. The show will run through Sunday. Tickets can be purchased on the ticket section under the Athletics tab of the Marquette website or at the door.
And that's a wrap for this week's Mustang Mashup. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at YourMHSNews. Continue watching for reporter Avery Ehrhart's behind-the-scenes look at the musical.
My name is Drew Mathers. I'm a senior and I am in the Drowsy Chaperone as Robert Martin. And I'd say the biggest thing for this show is just that it's a lot of fun. The entire time people are cracking jokes, crazy things are happening on stage, and I can guarantee if you come it's going to be a lot of fun.
Now, in word for Prohibition, I'd say let's raise a glass. Hear, hear! To Miss Janet Van de Graaff.
My name is Peyton Bosnjak. I'm a sophomore and I'm playing Janet Van de Graaff in the Drowsy Chaperone. One thing that I think the audience should know before coming to the show is it's a really funny show. There's a lot of comedy and silly things in it. It's similar to a play within a play where there's this one guy who's kind of the narrator, but he's also a character who's talking to the audience, and he says a lot of funny stuff.
To say that the passing years had taken their toll on him would be a grotesque understatement.
And within the story, it's pretty much about this girl Janet, and she's marrying this guy Robert. And as we go through the story, it's kind of a lot of back and forth of really solidifying if she wants to marry him or not, with a lot of funny B-plots.
We're on the lamb.
Lamb's an entree and macaroons.